Hi, I'm Kris Jackson, designer behind the brand Kris Jackson. You can shop my pieces at Swimfest located at 5 Merrifield Close. The Kris Jackson customer is going to feel island chic in her piece. She's going to feel like she has something unique and completely different from any other brand. And that's what we aim to do. We aim to make every customer know that their piece that they're wearing and the piece that they've purchased is one of a kind for them and feels great on their body and makes
them
feel
Kris Jackson, we love having you in store. Can I just tell you before we start? I just want to tell you before we start, you are our first Swimfest vendor to join Team Swimfest. How has it been so far being inside the Swimfest showroom?
Best decision. I already knew that was the direction I wanted to go in when you know, ages ago, before the COVID madness, and you were like, this is what you're doing, and I was like, okay, that sounds like something that's right up my alley. I have a very busy schedule, and having, the space be something that provides the service that it provides has been a huge weight, a huge, break, lift off of my shoulders in terms of just being sure that customers can kind of come in and get what they need to get without having to wonder where to meet. I'm a designer and I do production. I don't have a storefront, so this space has really provided me with the opportunity to really cater to my customers a lot more than I could before.
Great. So listen, you have been designing for quite some time. How has that journey been? Because first I must tell you, I love your details, I love your designs, and you're just wonderful. Tell us about your experience, tell us how you start, tell us how it's been going, and some of your accomplishments designing swimwear.
Well, I've been designing swimwear for a really long time. From when I used to sit at my own little domestic machine and sew everything myself and sew everything, all the wrong ways and learning how to do the right ways. But for me, the journey has been up and down. It has been intense, but great at the same time. A big part of what I do, really making people enjoy what they wear to the beach and to the pool, and that swim resort lifestyle kind of wear has always kind of been where I'm leaning towards. I do design other things, I do clothing as well, all kind of leaning in the resort direction, with that Caribbean, I kind of call it Caribbean chic is what I like to, keep things Caribbean chic, tropical chic. So yeah, the journey has been great. There are always ups and downs in this industry. It's not an easy industry to be in, but at the same time, if you love what you're doing and you love the service and the product that you're providing, then you will find a way to push through and get the things done and feel good about what you're doing. And yeah, a big part of what I love is just having that idea and then working through the design process and then coming up with that finished product and being able to realize what the idea you had when you were laying in bed at 11 o'clock at night, which is when I get most of my ideas. So being able to see that from that first spark through to fruition at the end, when you have a product, and then even more importantly, when somebody can buy and enjoy that product, is really a big accomplishment, and it feels good. So yeah. So what do people not know about the Kris Jackson process? I would say that the way I come up with my ideas, it's very, I don't want to say technical, but it's kind of deep. For example, one of my most popular pieces called the 1111. It is inspired by the number, by numerology, the number 1111, and the significance is kind of surrounding like where you're on the right track. I don't know if this ever happens to any of you, where you look at the time and it's always the same time, various times in the day. 1111 is one of those significant times. And when you see that, it's telling you that your angels and your guides are looking up for you, and they're telling you that you're on the right track and to keep going and to keep pushing as hard as you can. So having been a designer for a long time, and it's not the easiest industry to be in Jamaica. It's not always rewarding financially. It's not always rewarding hours of the night, hours of the morning, days upon days, no sleep. When we have deadlines and things like that. So that's something that I've always found comforting after learning the significance of 1111, and it's one of actually my most popular pieces. People love it. I always have to bring it back. I always have to restock that piece because it is just a flattering, really lovely piece. And so when you look at the piece at first, people don't necessarily see that it actually has the number 11 in the piece itself on your body. When you're wearing it, you can see the number 11. So yeah, that's just a little bit of part of the process for that piece and how I came up with that.
Okay, I see that you recently participated in Miami Swim Week. You went international with your brand. How was that experience for you?
Wow, yeah, it was definitely an experience. A lot of work. It was a good experience. It was really good exposure, but also more importantly, it was really good for me to push myself and see what I could do. I decided to do it kind of on short notice, and I was a little bit worried about how I would get all the pieces done and really have a successful show looking the way I wanted it to look, because I'm very particular about how my designs come off and how I wanted things to look on the runway. And the concept was also very important to me. The concept was called Bossy, and it was really inspired by Jamaica and just our special, that thing that we have that nobody else has. If you know, you know that we just have a thing. And I love the Caribbean, and I love all my other Caribbean islands. I'm definitely a Caribbean advocate, and I love all the other parts of myself and different cultures. But there's just something about being Jamaican that is just a thing, and I wanted to really celebrate that in the pieces. So it was important to me to have them done well, and to also have them have an international appeal in terms of style and silhouettes, not just what you would typically see as a Caribbean piece. I didn't want to go in that kind of direction. I wanted to still keep it very sleek, very clean, which is kind of what my aesthetic is like. I love prints and I love cuts. I love different shapes and cuts and silhouettes, but it always has to kind of have a cleanliness to it. And I wanted to keep that. So working through that process and having the ability to kind of push through and get that done in a short space of time, and actually making it to the show and having a successful show, I got a lot of compliments on what my pieces look like on the runway and off the runway, and a lot of feedback that was really, really great feedback. A lot of good footage, a lot of good conversations, good meetings with people. And yeah, so from that, I've been building momentum and just trying to keep on that same trajectory and grow, actually, really push and grow the brand. It's been around for a while, but I have never really given it as much time and attention as it really deserves. So that is the intention for 2023 and beyond. And being a part of Swimfest is a big part of that as well. Opening up to having people be able to come in, view the pieces, try the pieces on, feel what they feel like, feel how they feel in the pieces. And I'm Kris Jackson, designer for Kris Jackson the brand. We are a swimwear, resort wear, and island chic brand, and you can shop our pieces at Swimfest.